Here's the next episode in Sovereign Stories. Lessons that lead. Direct, no headers, seamless flow, with scripture anchors, micro-engagements, and a few tight anecdotes for traction. He didn't start with a roar, he started with a line. Daniel drew it quietly, years before the lions ever saw his face. When Babylon dragged him from Jerusalem, he didn't control the country, the curriculum, or the menu, but he controlled his convictions. He resolved not to defile himself with the king's food. Daniel 1:8. That word, resolved, is the spine of the story. Decisions made in daylight carry you through midnight. Micro-engagement. What's one line you'll draw this week before pressure arrives? Exile rebranded him with a new name, new language, new boss. God gave knowledge and insight, and Daniel rose on competence without losing conscience. Daniel 1:17-20. Notice the pairing. Excellence is not a substitute for holiness, it's a microphone for it. People listened to Daniel because his work was undeniable. Reason to believe. Do you see a man skillful in his work? He will stand before kings. Proverbs 22:29. Question. Are you asking for platforms you haven't prepared for? Years passed. Empires shifted. Administrations came and went. But Daniel kept a schedule heaven could set a clock to. 3 times a day, windows open toward Jerusalem, he prayed. Daniel 6:10. No announcement, no performance, just non-negotiables. That rhythm wasn't dramatic until law turned prayer into a crime. Suddenly, consistency looked like defiance. He didn't start praying because he was in danger. He kept praying because God was still king. Scripture anchors the pattern, as he had done previously. Daniel 6:10. Micro-engagement. If prayer became illegal tomorrow, would your routine change at all? Competence attracts envy. The satraps couldn't fault Daniel's work, so they attacked his worship. Daniel 6:4-5. That's the map of spiritual warfare. When accusation can't find negligence, it fabricates blasphemy. They tricked Darius into signing an unbreakable decree, no prayer to anyone but the king for 30 days. Daniel 6:7-9. 30 days sounds small until it's your bones on the line. Daniel didn't rant, rally, or bargain. He opened the windows like yesterday and met God like always. Reason to believe. We must obey God rather than men. Acts 5:29. Ask yourself, are your convictions public because you announce them or because you live them? He was reported, arrested, and sentenced. Darius tried to save him but couldn't outrun his own signature. Daniel 6:14-16. The stone rolled, the seal pressed, the lions waited. And inside that dark chamber, God didn't change the law of the Medes and Persians. He changed the appetite of predators. An angel shut their mouths. Daniel 6:22. Deliverance isn't always the removal of danger. Sometimes it's dominance over it. Reason to believe. The angel of the Lord encamps around those who fear him. Psalm 34:7. Micro-engagement. Which feels more real right now? The lions at your feet or the Lord at your side? Morning exposed the verdict no politician expected. Darius ran to the den and shouted Daniel's theology back to him. Has your God, whom you serve continually, been able to deliver you? Daniel 6:20. That word, continually, is the witness. Not perfectly, not loudly, continually. Daniel answered through a miracle and a clear conscience. I was found blameless before him, and also before you, O king. Daniel 6:22. Integrity talks 2 directions, upward to God, outward to people. Reason to believe. When a man's ways please the Lord, he makes even his enemies to be at peace with him. Proverbs 16:7. Then the reversal. The accusers fell into the same trap they built, and the empire learned Daniel's God rules without term limits. Daniel 6:24-27. Darius issued a decree honoring the living God. His kingdom shall never be destroyed. The lion's den didn't make Daniel, it revealed him. The resolve in chapter 1 wrote the headline in chapter 6. Micro-engagement. If a crisis hit today, would it reveal scaffolding or steel? Let's bring it home with 2 quick field notes. Anecdote 1. A nurse refuses to falsify a patient chart to make the numbers look right. She loses a shift, then gains trust. Months later, her accurate notes become the legal shield that protects the hospital during an audit. The system learns this lesson. Integrity looks expensive until corruption sends the invoice. Anchors. Proverbs 12:22, Ephesians 4:25. Anecdote 2. A software lead declines to deploy an untested patch under executive pressure. He documents risk, proposes a safe rollback, and prays in the break room. The board is irritated until the competitor's rushed patch bricks thousands of endpoints. His restraint preserves client contracts. Anchors. Proverbs 19:2, James 1:5. So what do you do on Monday? Start where Daniel started. Resolve in small places. Choose a practice you will not trade. Scripture before screens. Prayer at fixed times. Honesty in reports. Purity in private. Daniel's windows faced Jerusalem because his heart faced home. Daniel 6:10, Psalm 137, 5-6. Face yours toward the promises of God. Set times, set triggers, set boundaries. Micro-engagement. Write 1 sentence, I will do. Ataito every day, and put it where you work. Next, pursue excellence without becoming addictively visible. Daniel prospered because an excellent spirit was in him. Daniel 6:3. That's character under pressure and clarity under deadlines. Show your faith by doing your job with a clean conscience and a clear standard. Colossians 3:23-24. When promotion comes, let others name it. When opposition comes, let your consistency answer it. Then prepare for laws that collide with loyalty. Not every policy is persecution, but some edicts will force a choice. When that day comes, aim for Daniel's tone. Respectful, immovable, unashamed. Daniel 1:12-16, 6:10. Don't dramatize the stand. Normalize it through long practice. Reason to believe, those who honor me, I will honor. 1 Samuel 2:30. And finally, reinterpret the den. You may never face lions, but you will face rooms you can't control. Diagnoses, restructures, subpoenas, headlines. The point isn't to hunt miracles, it's to be the kind of person miracles can trust. God shut mouths then. He still shuts schemes now. Fear, accusation, addiction, despair. Anchor this. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Isaiah 54:17. Weapons will form. Prospering is denied. If you need one simple drill, take this week to hardwire 3 Daniel habits. Fixed prayer, Daniel 6:10. Clean work, Daniel 6:4. Gentle courage, Daniel 1:12-15. Set alarms if you must. Build a checklist if it helps. Keep the windows open, literal or metaphorical. Let people see what you do because you do it anyway. And as you walk back into your world, remember who actually rules it. Kings sign decrees, God writes outcomes. Offices rotate, sovereignty does not. The den is a hallway, not a grave. The stone is a pause, not a period. And the same God who taught lions to fast knows how to feed your faith when the night is loud. The people who know their God shall stand firm and take action. Daniel 11:32. Know him, stand firm, act. That's the whole story, and it still leads.